Baby, what's in there wine? I feel sexy as fuck. I see why y'all like wine.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yes, that is my jam. Y'all know I love that. I'ma always keep that sound bite because listen, I will pray for you, but listen, if you get on my nerves, I will curse you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. Listen, and let me tell you something. If I get my hands on you, let me run that back. Can I run that back? Can I run it back one time, y'all? I gotta run it back just one time, and I promise you, I'm gonna be done after that. Now,
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yes, I had to run it back. Cricket 22. I had to run it back. That's my jam right there, baby. When I tell you that's one of the realest sound bites I've ever heard. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. You know, we've all been there before where you be like, and I think that's what Porsha is right now. Let me tell you something. If I get my hands on you, you go know you've been in a fight. They say run it back again. I'm gonna run it back a little bit later. But baby, when I tell you Porsha, y'all, I just want to jump right in, but I know I can't. I got to warm you all up to it. Let me do this because I didn't feature our drink of the week just because everything just seemed so rush. It was a holiday weekend, but we got a drink of the week for you next week. Okay. But in the meantime, give me 30 seconds to give me a glass of wine. And baby, when I tell you we're about to walk this thing like a dog, if you will allow me, just allow me 30 seconds to pour me a good old glass of duck horn. Not dick horn, because that's okay. Michelle is worried about duck horn. Merlot. Just let me get my wine and we're gonna walk it like a dog. All right. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I got my wine, baby. This better not be a repeat of the lemon drop shenanigans. I don't know where this conversation is going to go tonight, but I just know I am ready because Porsha has grown on me. And when I tell you I've come a mighty long way when it comes to Porsha Williams, y'all, there was a time I could not stand Porsha. So don't be coming over here saying that, oh, you're just all in Portia's ass and kissing Portia's behind. So what? She has earned it. And if you earn it with me, baby, let me tell you, I'll give it to you. If you earn it with me, I will give it to you. And Porsha, I gladly tip off my hat to you, baby. When I tell you, you have earned your spot as the leading lady. And, I have to be honest, Porsha is doing a damn good job. Porsha is a lady in the making. But Porsha, your booty is big as hell. Portia's booty is big as hell. But Porsha, I am so proud of you. And when I tell you I am so proud of you, because there was a time, Porsha, that I wanted to fight you. I wanted to throw these hands, but you have earned a place in my heart and you are handling yourself. And the good thing is, or the good part about Porsha hasn't even shown up and displayed the energy or matched the energy that K. Michelle and or Kelli is given. Kelli, be gone and get the hell on. Be gone and get the hell on. Now, let me tell you something for those of you that are saying, ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, you say booty sitting up high to the sky. To the sky. You hear me? I said, Porsha. Girl, you know, baby, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up a little bit. Baby, I'm getting ahead of myself. I am so ready to jump into this thing, but I know there's a thing called foreplay. So let me warm y'all up because y'all love to want to know what I cook on party night, party in the chat night. So let me tell you, I had to do a quick 1-2-1-2. I took myself down on to Whole Foods. I went to the seafood counter and I told them to give me their best cut of halibut. I got some fresh halibut. I came home. I did my little olive oil. I seasoned with Himalayan salt, cracked black pepper. I pan-seared it in butter with a mixture of olive oil, 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Boom, boom, boom. Put it in the oven on warm. Then I got me some fingerling. Watch this, potatoes. And I boiled my potatoes halfway. I took them out. I drained them. I patted them dry real quick because I said, girl, you got to get on party in the chat. Then I seasoned the potatoes with olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I hit it with a little 1-2-1-2 that I got from Trader Joe's, a garlic aioli, like a herb crust. Pop them hoes in the air fryer, let them crisp real nice. Took the potatoes out the air fryer, cut the damn halibut for my husband, my son, everybody in the house, and me. Ate real quick, and here we are. Welcome. Are you ready for party in the chat? Because I am. I'm ready. My belly is light, not too full. And when I tell you I am ready to do my damn thing, I am. Now, let me tell you why Kelli has crossed the line with me. Thank you, Jenny from the block. She said, Queen, I love your recipes. Kelli crossed the line with me because I don't know if any of you are wine drinkers. I am. And when you get really mature wine drinkers, you recognize how important a wine glass is. Oh, follow me. I'm there already. See, and we're very selective about our wine glasses. They're very lightweight and you can break them real easy. And the last thing you want to get cut by is a fucking wine glass, okay? That ain't nothing to play with because when it slices you, it slices you. And the reason why I put in this title that Kelli crossed the line, because it ain't nothing but a 1-2 to crack a wine glass. I don't like the fact that she put that wine glass in Porsha's face over and over, right? And it could have just been a gesture of the hand. But did you not see the producers having to wrestle the wine glass, pry the wine glass out of her hands? You went too fucking far. You went too far. You don't play with glass in somebody's face. Because once a wine glass cracks or breaks, it could have went in Porsha's eye. It could have cut her face. It could have cut your hands, Kelli, or anything like that. And then when a wine glass breaks, you got the stem of the glass that now becomes a weapon. Oh, I need her gone. Because you wanted a moment. Your attitude was fucked up from go when you walked in. I am sick and tired of Shamia, Kelli, and K. Michelle. I am sick and tired of each and every one of them, and they are taking this show. We don't mind. Come on now. We don't mind no drama. We're not above the drama. That's not what we're saying, Andy. That's not what we're saying. Bravo. Hey, look, a chicken fajita is good. That's not what we're saying. But this is something different. This is given unqualified, undeveloped. How did you get here? Have you ever worked with an employee that has killed the entire vibe of the organization, of the business unit, and you thought they were going to be such a great hire? Now, all you can think about is how the did we get rid of them? How the fuck can we get her up out of here? She got to go. I don't give a damn how good she can dress. I don't give a damn about her good days. And when she's on, she's on. I need her gone. She's a cancer to the organization. Shamia, K. Michelle, and Kelli combined. And you're going to say, why? I'm going to get into detail about it. Did you enjoy the episode? Were you on the edge of your seat? Do you think we are headed somewhere? Or is it keeping you in a state of anxiety and panic? Let me take a sip of my wine while y'all respond. When we think about season 17, episode 8, let me say this. Kelli, you're a liar. Thank you, Tootly Tree. She said it is party in the chat. Drop a super chat to ask a question or share your thoughts. Yes, party in the chat. The central theme of party in the chat is you going to party from the chat tonight. I'm going to cook. I'm going to facilitate the conversation, but it's y'all have your way in the chat. Whether you're fighting, arguing, loving each other, dropping super chats, cursing a bitch out, it is your day to party in the chat. That's it. That's all. Kelli is a liar. I think I'm really good at content creation because I actually enjoy listening to other people as opposed to having other people listen to me. And I catch things sometimes that people didn't think to consider. A plot twist. Kelli is a liar. And the reason why I say that is because I believe on this episode, Kelli was setting the scene to blame her ex-husband for her financial problems. I do. You talked about your husband. You talked about that man like a low down, dirty dog in season 16, which was your first year on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. We didn't know nothing about him. You could have skipped go. You could have gotten out of jail free. You could have continued to film with your children, but you wanted to make that man public enemy number one. And you took it upon yourself without anybody asking you, without being prompted to trash that man, whether what you were saying was right, wrong, and or indifferent. You trashed him. And now you are setting the scene a year later to blame this man for your financial problems. My thing is this, if you broke, then just say you broke. If you broke, girl, just say that. You talked about him like a dog. And now I feel like you are playing victim. Yeah, you playing victim since he's outsmarted you. He pulled the rug from underneath your feet. He's put you in a chokehold. You embarrassed him publicly. He came back through the back door and put you in a chokehold, completely snatched your storyline, completely refused to sign on the dotted line to allow his children to film with you. You did to him what you are now doing to Porsha. I'm not saying a man isn't violent. I'm not saying he didn't pay his child support. But what I am saying, what in the hell made you think that you can get on? Listen, come on. If he is what you say he is, why would you use him as your storyline? The same way you're attempting to do with Porsha. So Kelli shot this scene in Nana's Chickens and Waffles, whatever it is, in one of her primary locations. She has 2 locations in Atlanta. So this, I guess, is the primary location. She sat down with her mother and she sat down with her grandmother, right? So she's shooting this scene in one of her restaurants. And basically my takeaway from this entire scene, because your mama seems like she's over your shenanigans, based on the cues, the body language, the gestures that I was picking up from mama, your life is in shambles. Your life is in shambles. That's what I picked up. Did anybody else pick up that? Your mom said that your restaurant needs training. It's not up to par. And according to other people, stylists and random people throughout Atlanta, allegedly they say you don't pay your bills. Your ex-husband say you stole money from him. Bravo, I am tired of seeing broke ass housewives when it comes to, I'm going to just say, the real housewives of Atlanta. You've gotten it wrong for the past 2 years. Britt Edie, Kelli, Pinky. What are we doing with recruiting? How come we're not checking resumes and doing background checks? I'm not saying they have to be perfect, but we tune into housewives for women that can afford to be a housewife. See, we don't want nobody that's going through bankruptcy like our neighbor or our cousin or our auntie. We tune into housewives because we see some shit that makes us want to work hard and say, oh, where did she get those earrings from? Oh my God, look at that house. Oh, did you see that kitchen? Lord have mercy. That was such a beautiful event. That's 25 acres. Oh, look at Phaedra's pool. I don't want to tune in to see nothing that I could do. Because then that's going to piss me off and make me say, well, how come you didn't cast me if we're accepting bankruptcy? Well, hell, if that's the case, anybody should be able to get on the show. That's all I'm saying. If they can't give us the glitz and the glam, because that's what we're after, why are they here? Atlanta, prior to the past year, we ain't never heard about no scandal financially. Even Sheree, when Sheree was struggling, ain't never had, she just had to put Chateau Sheree on hold. Kenya had to build from the ground up. But we ain't never had nobody to get up and fake and scheme and scam. Even Kim Zolciak had to get her a big papa to put 2 and 2 together. But we ain't never had this low of low. Bravo, this is recent, and I'm going to blame you for it. You're not doing your due diligence with beating the street and casting appropriately. It's the fucking Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's housewife. I don't give a damn if Pinky Cole made $20 million. She broke now. I don't give a damn if K. Michelle can sing. She said she's in a financial bind. I don't give a damn if Kelli claims to be a restaurateur and got chicken and waffles. The survey says she ain't got it. The people in Atlanta says she don't pay her bills. Bravo, you got to do better. You just have to. We tune in to be turned out. We looking for a freak show when it comes to these women. You get what I'm saying? Now, in one sentence, the reason why I say Kelli is a liar, in one sentence, you said to your mama that your ex-husband just wants to keep you financially. He wants control. That's what you say. You say he just wants to control me financially, or he just wants to make all of the decisions. But then in the next breath, in your confessional, I do believe, you said that you may have to file for bankruptcy because you had to provide financially in a relationship and put your name on a dotted line and be responsible for a lot. And I said, this girl's a bona fide liar. Your husband can't be broke and you depend on him and you also be the breadwinner. You gonna have to pick a side, sweet pea. You told a lie. Back to back to back. And I think your mama knew you was lying because she looked down. So which one is it? Because if you're actually and was the breadwinner, then why would your husband need to keep you financially dependent on him? Either he got it or he ain't got it. And if he ain't got it, he can't keep you financially dependent on him if you were the woman that wrote the checks in the marriage. Did y'all catch that? You stole from that man like he said you did. And your mother seems to be a very honest woman. Your mother seems to be a very honest woman who's not here for the shit. And what your mom said is the restaurant is slow, meaning business isn't coming in. The service is horrible. That's what she said. And the kitchen is horrible. And did you see the look that she gave her mom when her mom said it? And she looked at her grandmother, not Nana, and she kind of rolled her eyes like, what the fuck? Mom, what are you doing? Bravo is here. I'm a millionaire, remember? Mom, follow the script. How come you're not lying? How come you're not jazzing it up? How come you're not co-signing what I'm saying? And I like a mama that ain't with the shits. I like a mama that stands in her truth, her integrity. I ain't gonna throw you under the bus, but I damn sure ain't gonna let you snatch my dignity. And that's what I was picking up from your mom. Mom, I like you. I like the fact that your mom's not gonna let you lead her to a cliff where you take away her leadership as a mother. Okay? Kelly's fake. Bravo, Kelli is fake. And the reason why I say that, she doesn't have all of these wonderful things going on. Kelli is doing all of this, hoping to stay on the show. And Bravo, I do believe that the gag is Kelly's hoping that you'll be able to fund her future, put her in a position financially to win. And then a year or two from now, she will be that girl. And that's why I feel like you're coming so hard for Porsha. I feel like you're coming so hard for Porsha because you got a lot of shit that's going on in your life and it's crumbling at the base of your feet. Your foundation is cracked. You are not that girl. You're swimming in debt. And I feel like you're doing the most to keep up with the Joneses, and you're doing the most to be on this show. You're hoping to stay on this show, to collect those Bravo checks, to bring yourself up to speed, to validate the life that you claim to have, but you really don't have that. And that's why I believe you are envious of Porsha. K. Michelle is envious of Porsha because K. Michelle, I played a clip. K. Michelle said in the past, she was that girl financially, but it just so happened that Bravo would call when she's experiencing what? Money problems. Fact check me. She said it. She says, now I'm on the show with all these girls that's making all this money. They can buy this and this and that. Damn. So it's not that they're coming for Porsha because of a man. You're mad because you do believe Portia's a bimbo. And how in the fuck does this bimbo out earn me? We're going to get into all of that. So then they pan into her confessional. Watch this. And I almost turned off the television because I say, Bravo, you got to do better. You got to reset the bar, Andy. You have to set the bar. And you have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Enforce the bar. This woman sat on national television for the first time in Housewives history. This is the first time I've seen this, in a fucking t-shirt. Girl, I wouldn't give a damn. This is the first time in history that we've had a housewife to sit and do a confessional in her t-shirt and her underwear. That is tacky. I wouldn't even come on live in my t-shirt and my underwear. That is freaking tacky. It's horrible. And I saw your underwear. Did y'all not see her? Thank you. Simple yet stylish, says Queen. I was mortified. Listen, when they panned out, I saw your underwear. And I guess the producer was like, well, damn, she's she's an adult. We can't really, we hope they are confessional. Typically, they are supposed to be confessional ready. They are. If you understand what it's like, they're supposed to be glam. Confessionals are when you shine. You see Porsha, you see Shamia, you see Drew, you see Cayman. That's when you shine. Girl, bye. Bye. There's a standard. There's a protocol. There's a best practice for confessionals. If you don't get it right anywhere else, you better get it right for confessionals. And I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn if it's Tom Ford. I wouldn't care if it's Henry Ford or Harry Ford. It's tacky. I don't give a damn that you paid $150 for a t-shirt. It's a freaking t-shirt. Who does that? And it pissed me off a little bit because I'm like, hold on now. You can't be lowering the bar because this is way bigger than you, sweetheart. Obviously, you don't understand how the Real Housewives work, how us women and Bravo and the boys and the girls and the boys and the girls and the gays and the straights and the girls and the boys and the whites and the black work over here in Bravo. Girl, this show is way bigger than you. Don't play with us like that. Don't play with us like that. Even we expect you to show up and work and perform. Andy, she has to go. This isn't something you can teach. And it made me think about 2 episodes ago when you basically insinuated that Drew was ugly. You didn't say it, but what you said is she looked like an alien. And that has never, I couldn't shake it. I couldn't shake it. And I said, very interesting. You're calling her ugly. You're calling her a monster. That's not nice. When she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous, one of the best looking women on the show, if you ask me, naturally, with or without makeup. Let's talk about it. And I said, well, how do you want to do this, girl? This is me versus me. I said, well, girl, go on tell you truth. Go on tell you truth. She introduced the insult. Why don't you carry it to the finish line? And I said, all right, well, Kelli, let's do this. And it took me 2 episodes because I didn't want to be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I come up with. And this is what I have come up with. I said, Kelli, you require a lot as a housewife. Follow me. You do. You require a lot. You require a lot of production. You require a lot of makeup. And I do mean a lot of makeup. You require a lot of glam. You require a lot of wigs. You require a lot. Naturally, you can't just sit in front of a camera, if you ask me. And I'll stop there. I think I've said enough. Don't ever come for Drew. Don't you ever come for Drew and how she looks again. You require a magician. You require the Red Sea to be parted. You require fasting and praying for 40 days and 40 nights. You require a prayer group. Don't you ever in your life speak on Drew. Ever in your life. Can I get an amen? And I was looking. And, the face filler stuff. And the reason why I'm going to talk about it, because I ran across a clip on social media. And y'all, I find that my algorithm is the craziest thing. Oh, you want to run into some people that will curse you out on social media? Start clicking on dogs and commenting on dog pages. Start commenting on medical stuff. So I got on this page where they were talking about face fillers. And a doctor and an esthetician got into an argument because the doctor said you can put that stuff in your face, but it doesn't go anywhere. Listen, and over the years, it starts to drop and droop. Once you put it in there, it doesn't go anywhere. There's no place for it to escape. And I'm watching you and I'm looking at you in Nana's Chicken and Waffles. And I say, you have a face full of fillers. I'm not saying that anybody can't, right? But I just remember what the doctor said. It's not going anywhere. And with a face full of fillers, it's to kind of fill in the gaps. Hell, I even contemplated some for myself. I said, well, girl, you of age. Maybe if you get a quick 1-2 here and there, everywhere. But when I heard that doctor say it ain't going nowhere and it's going to droop, I said, oh, hell no, you're not going to have me looking like Goofy. You're not going to have me looking like Goofy. Now, if you have a face full of fillers and you still require glam on steroids, you are not in a position, I'm sorry, sweetheart, to ever open your mouth and talk about anybody. Kelli is living above her means. Bravo, I have to know, where did you find her? Who recommended her? Where did you go to look for her? What made her attractive to you? What made her, in your eyes, say, this girl qualified? We need her. We have to have her. Your ex-husband pulled the cord and he cut off filming for you. My question to you is, why did you bash him if you wanted to film with your two daughters? You're dumb. You know to leave him alone. I'm not saying he's a good guy, but you would probably think, let me not shit talk this guy if I know my kids are going to be an intricate part of my storyline. But to think that you could do that to him and he wouldn't strike back, duh. And then you came up with this fake storyline. I do believe it's fake because in the middle of nowhere, she says to her mom, you know, I'm dating Jarvis. We too grown for this. See, this is the part I can't do, Andy. Everybody else is telling you Porsha's gay now. Porsha's bisexual, right? Everybody's telling their truth. This bitch comes and says, you know, Jarvis.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I said, this lady has made up a fake boyfriend, gave him a fictitious name, and you're trying to duplicate what Kim Zolciak did. Hers was Big Papa. Yours is Jarvis. I said, she lying. I don't believe you, Kelli. I think you lying. Because I looked at your mom when you said Jarvis, and your mom looked down. Your mama looked down. And I believe Dennis when he said he hopes this is your last season because you're boring. Because your mom looked down, your grandmother looked away. And I said, this is her way to attempt to stay on the show. Because if you were truly dating Jarvis, you would have brought him to Porsha's dinner on the premiere episode. Where was Jarvis then? You said Jarvis has been around for quite some time, but he can't show up. He can't show up to the dinner for couples. You're lying. Kelli is lying. She couldn't even give a complete full story about who this Jarvis guy is. It's just dumb. This is a woman in her 40s making up a fictitious alias, Jarvis. She says she met him at an Atlanta Hawks game. Watch this. Oh, I didn't like him. I wasn't interested in him. But you gave him your phone number. You didn't like him, wasn't interested in him, gave him your phone number. The first time he called you, listen, ladies, follow me closely. But the first time he called you, you've been connected ever since. You lying. You're lying like a motherfucker. You are lying, girl. You lying. Let me tell you how I know you lying, because I've been through that myself. If you would have told me my husband was my husband, I would have said, oh, no, he ain't. Why? He's completely opposite of what I typically would go for. He's lighter skin. I like a caramel to a dark or whatever, right? I would have never picked him. You lying. It took my husband years to grow on me. You see what I'm saying? So when a woman says, I'm not too strong on him, and you've been connected to him since day one, a man you don't like, no, that takes time. See, there's a process of a man to win you over when you're not really interested in him. It takes a while for a man that you don't like to woo you, to pull out his best. We've all been in there. There's men that don't like women. Ain't no way they finna stick to you like glue when they don't like you. You said you didn't even like them. But you've never departed since then. Girl, you lying. Kelli making up shit. Kelli over here making up lies to stay on the show. Ain't no damn Jarvis. Ain't no Jarvis. Can't be a Jarvis, because why is you sleeping with that preacher at the BET Awards? You can't be with Jarvis hooking up with people you met on the airplane. You lying. That's all I'm trying to say. Y'all, let me let my dog out before he disturbed my life. Give me 1 second. So it scares me when women do the most on these shows just to stay on. That means we're not going to get anything authentic from start to finish. And whatever you start, you have to finish. My grandmother used to always say, when you tell one lie, you got to tell many lies to keep up with the first lie. And before you know it, Bravo, it just becomes a performance. It becomes a shit show. And the audience is so savvy. We deserve better. That's all I'm saying. Now I want to talk about K. Michelle. Oh, we going to talk about K. Michelle. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to talk about K. Michelle. This lady went on Watch What Happens Live. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play the damn clip. K. Michelle took her ass on Watch What Happens Live and began to talk about her husband in a way that I felt like it was inappropriate. Now, if her husband was just a regular dude, and you know, that's fine. He's a doctor. Your husband is a whole doctor out here. Why are you presenting him as a sex addict to the world? Watch this. People, where I'm going with this. K. Michelle is scary. K. Michelle, you trying to ruin that man. You're presenting him as a sex addict. Watch this. Why you say that? Any man who's white, let me tell you why. Because he's a doctor. He's a dentist. You don't want the world to know that your husband is sleeping with other chicks. K. Michelle is sabotaging this man so that he's stuck with her for the rest of his life. Oh, baby, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. She's making sure the world knows he has sex outside of his marriage. She's making sure she describes his penis region to the world. She's secretly sabotaging this man's reputation so that he's stuck with her. It's kind of sick. If you think about it, you'd be like, why is she saying that? To make sure he don't go nowhere. Twisted, sick. Let me ruin you from the back door. I'm going to come in through the back door. Therefore, you can never leave me again. I hunted you. I chased you down for 10 years. I lost you before. I won't lose you again. So I'm going to come out and I'm going to act like you're the best thing since sliced bread. I'm going to tell everybody how you like to hit other chicks and I get to watch. And before you know it, I am going to ensnare you in this web of darkness that your credibility as a professional, as a provider, don't know medical company or insurance company want no freak, no sex addict in their network. I'm not going to refer my employees to you. Hell no, you're not going to be on my network. And you say his dick is just slanging everywhere. Oh, she said it all through his damn scrubs and he don't wear no drawers to work. She said all of that. I'm finna play it. I'm finna play it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Golly.
She talked about this man, and at first it was entertaining because I didn't have enough wherewithal because I hadn't seen this episode yet. I was like, damn, okay. And I was like, dang, no wonder why Shannon Sharp was just looking and wait a minute, your husband a doctor, you're a dentist, and you're saying this, that's the kind of shit you take to your grave as a wife. You don't want to ruin or jeopardize his income. Nobody is going to see him as a trustworthy provider anymore. A married man who's allowing his wife to watch while he get off and he's banging other chicks. That's disgusting in a medical professional. Oh, you know what you're doing. You're ruining that man. And K. Michelle is dirty like that. K. Michelle don't like herself right now. Why? Because her body is disfigured. Her body is disfigured. She's mad at the world right now. She's mad at Porsha. She's mad at Drew. She's mad at her husband. You don't like seeing your husband bang other chicks. You just can't. You can't have sex with your husband because you are having really bad medical issues and you're disfigured. And I'm not attacking her. But just say what it really is that keeps you on edge. Say what it is that keeps you going into a rage. Say what it is, as opposed to shifting it and projecting as if somebody's trying to take something from you. You're in a medical crisis. Your body is disfigured. You have a bacterial infection in your butt. You cannot lay on your bottom missionary to allow your husband to enjoy you, nor can you do it. What do y'all call it? It's called shit, doggy style. How we grown is party in the chair. Let me take a sip of my wine because I'm cooking tonight. I'm serious, but I'm being sincere, but I'm cooking. That's when she said, I can't do things that people my age can do. I think you're talking about sex. You can't make love to your husband. You're not physically able to. And as opposed to just saying, okay, you're conjuring up all of these crazy, wild thoughts about other beautiful women. You're making all of these other women around you uncomfortable. Even another dental assistant that doesn't even know you. You're attacking women. You went into that dentist's office that was not your dentist. A lady came out to escort you to the back, and you said you couldn't be his dental assistant. Excuse me? She didn't ask for that. Well, what you mean? Let me play it for you one more time for those of you that may have missed it. Give me a second. I got you. Hold on. Let's see if I can pull it up. I think I got it. Here it is. And I said, and I get it. That's probably a very humbling experience. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And like she said, oh my God, why did I do this to myself? I'm sure that must be tough for you. But you attacking other women is not going to help you. It's not going to put you in a better situation. It's not going to stop the reconstructive surgeries. That's all I'm saying. Let's take a look. I'm going to just go to the second page.
How are you guys doing today? Good. We have an appointment with Dr. Trevor. So I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork for me. So today, I just think it's just hitting me that my teeth.
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Honestly,
I got 2 pages. I can't stand when it loops like this.
How I present myself. How are you guys doing today? Good. We have an
Hold on, y'all.
How are you guys doing today? Good. We have an appointment with Dr.
Okay, we're going to pause it here for a second. And what's about to happen, I'm going to skip through the first part because they're just sitting there and they're just kind of shooting the breeze and talking. At some point throughout this appointment, a dental assistant or a tech is going to come out to escort her to the back.
With how I present myself.
Would everyone agree with this assessment?
They don't agree with You can't ask them that. It's a weird dynamic, man.
After Dallas, I understood who was in every plot, scheme. Y'all sitting there waiting to confront me.
Who?
It was Porsha and Drew plotting and poking. I feel like you knew about it.
I know about the black conversation. I don't know about no other scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm the boogeyman too.
Exactly, Phaedra.
I've never asked anyone about K. Michelle. Whatever this plot is, please tell us because I have no idea what's going on. I don't recall it. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I'm willing to deal with Phaedra because she knows when to say, I'm not in it. She knows when to tap out. It turns me on that you know not to play with me.
It turns me on that you know not to play with me. Here she goes.
Hello. Hey, my name is Bree. I'll be helping out Dr. Trevor today. He's ready for you.
You're so pretty.
Thank you. You are too. I love your outfit.
It should have stopped there, but it didn't.
You couldn't be his dental assistant. I wouldn't have it.
I'm just playing. With how I present.
Now, why are you going to go rain on somebody else's parade? That lady is a highly trained professional. Why would you even put her in a position, even if the dentist that's there is a male or a female, to make, let's just say he's a male, to make his wife think that this dental assistant shouldn't be there because of her looks and, oh, you can't trust this one around. Like, what are you doing, bimbo? You're the bimbo. Like, that was so freaking uncalled for. That, like, you're crossing boundaries. It was very inappropriate. And I know it's all about K. Michelle. But did you not think how that could impact her? Hell, maybe his wife came up, the whoever dentist assistant at this, maybe the next day his wife saw it and said, you know what? Shit, K. Michelle is right. Get her up out of there. That is a beautiful lady. I don't like insecure ass women like that. That just get to say what they want to say because they want to say it, and there's no repercussion. Nobody holds them accountable. They get loud, they get cross, they scream, they holler. Keep that shit to yourself. Keep your trash in your own yard. Anywho, let me see if I can find this damn clip of K. Michelle talking about her husband's junk on national television. See, when you go to Proverbs and they talk about a wise woman and a good wife, she protects her home. Why would you? I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, we know you're on the Real Housewives, but he has the stable income right now, not you. Yes, she do, Queen Sheba. She do have money. Her money is going to her body. This woman is having to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars. Every check she get is already spent for her reconstructive therapy, for her chronic condition. This woman is sick. Okay. So she's having to go to the doctor just to stay alive. Maybe every quarter, allegedly, once a month, allegedly, so that they can continue to clean out whatever's happening and whatever her body is rejecting. At this point, it wouldn't be wise for you to jeopardize any ounce of stable income that's coming in. That's all I'm saying. I can't wait to show y'all what K. Michelle did. Hold on. Here we go. Let me send it over. Here she go. Let me play it for you. All right. Let's get it queued up. Right here.
We were talking about your husband who's a dentist.
Yes.
And you said on the show you don't go to him,
No.
but you do worry about other women who go because his dick is flopping around in his scrubs.
He has
I told y'all. I told you she said it. Why would you say that? Do you not understand how provider networks, healthcare corporations are listening? Insurance people, we get off work, we watch TV. Why would you say your husband doesn't wear drawers to work and his dick is a flinging and a flopping everywhere? They gonna kick him out of network.
he has like a really big sausage, Mr. Andy. And it is a thing. It's a thing for me. And in the scrubs, you can always see it. It's always to the knee. It's always there.
It's on his knee, did you say?
Boom,
it's on the knee.
There. It's to the knee. It's
okay.
Y'all, hold on. Why did it stop? Hold on.
We were talking about your husband who's a dentist.
Yes.
And you said on the show you don't go to him, but you do worry about other women who go because his dick is flopping around in his scrubs.
He has like a really big sausage, Mr. Andy. And it is a thing. It's a thing for me. And in the scrubs, you can always see it. It's always to the knee. It's always there.
It's on his knee, did you say?
Boom,
it's on the knee.
There. It's to the knee.
Okay.
It's slinging.
Does he not support it?
So,
we were talking about your husband who's...
there was a man, I think it was K. Michelle's husband, that showed up last week. Now that I know, do y'all remember when we did... Poor Ashley. Oh my God. Y'all, this conversation got so, I'm gonna complete it, uncomfortable that Ashley's from the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. She's also from The Bachelor. So she's been on NBC, It became so uncomfortable. Basically, Ashley's like, if we're gonna continue this, I'm gonna have to step away. There was a man in this chat last week. Follow me very closely. I wonder if it was K. Michelle's husband, because we were talking about K. Michelle's husband having sex with other women. And the man that was in the chat said, maybe he's too big for her. Do y'all remember that? It was very specific. And I highlighted the comment. And I said, you know what? Thank you, sir. I never thought about it like that. And he said, maybe he has to take on other women because he's too big for her. Meaning, And I said, well, I mean, shit. And I said, oh my God, because we have celebrities that pop up over here all the time. Don't get it twisted. Everybody's saying, yeah, I remember. And I didn't recognize his name, but he said that specific thing only for this to come out a week later about how huge her husband really is. Let's continue.
Okay. Does he not support it?
So, I don't think he wants to wear anything under there. I've asked the question about it. Either way, it is a pretty hefty situation down there.
Can I just ask one more question?
I gotta walk off.
Hold on.
I love me some Ashley. I love a woman that's going to say, I got to walk off. Like if we're going that route, I have 2 little kids. I'm involved in my community. If we're going to stay on this topic, I'm going to let y'all have it. I'm finna go over there. I love y'all. This was so uncomfortable. She's saying the man don't wear drawers when he working on the patients. And that it sits on his knee.
I have to ask one more question. And that is, and I don't know if this would be a conflict of interest. Do you think I could get an appointment with him?
Oh no, you're a little half the man.
I go to Atlanta for all my dentistry.
Y'all thought I was lying. Baby, we do our research before we come out here. I'll be having the clips ready. I told you, Side-Eye Sage the 7. Thank you for the $10 super chat. You said, with all Kelli has going on, the last person I'd be focused on is Porsha. Listen, Miss Z 2023, thank you for the $2 super chat. You said, is Jarvis married maybe? Ain't no telling. And if so, Porsha didn't lie. Porsha didn't lie. Now.
Does he not?
Y'all thought I was kidding when I said that lady said. Now, y'all, if that's not a sabotage, I don't know what is. If that's not a sabotage, I don't know what it is. Oh, it gets worse. Let's go to this clip.
You alleged that Porsha slept with your ex.
She did.
Okay. You tweeted that recently in the middle of the night.
African eggs.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there the whole time. Imagine someone's bringing you into a group and you're sitting there and they're like, I love you so much. And the whole time.
First of all, she said, my African ex displaying ownership as opposed to an ex. And that's an ex, AX. K. Michelle takes ownership of people and places and things. Let's continue.
I'm the last man that I was publicly around. They even thought I married him and not my husband. The last man that I was publicly around, you're sitting up there and you're screwing him right now. And, you're telling him about me and my business. And when I call, you're showing him that I'm calling. I don't know what type of groupie activity that is.
Girl, stop. Because the man said Porsha didn't say nothing bad about you. And as a matter of fact, the man went live with somebody tonight. And they said you had the live taken down. I'm going to show y'all the live. They said the live was taken down because allegedly you may have had something to do with it. That man said he was not your ex. Not so fast. And Porsha had nothing but nice things to say about you. Girl, are you okay?
I don't know. But you can't bring me into a group and say you're my friend and you're sitting up here screwing, married or not. You can't do that.
You alleged that Porsha slept with.
She's lying. But listen, the crazy part about this, you should see the comments. They said, it's funny to us how you just code switch. Oh, you found your manners for the white man. You know how to act all of a sudden. You know how to talk all of a sudden. But when you get in front of the black women, you tear them down. And then you put on your best face and your best presentation for your boss. You should read the comments, y'all.
Did you ever hear from the doctor that administered your butt procedure?
No, people have always tried to make me put him in jail. I've never done it. That would show my character. I have never done it, but
that has nothing to do with character. That's called malpractice.
Right now, I even have surgery next week.
No.
Yeah, I have surgery next week on the 29th.
So she must have did this interview last week. Today is May 26th. So the surgery, if I'm guessing, is 3 days from now.
to, I'm still going through it, but I'm gonna be okay.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you going to be okay to sit for the reunion?
Oh, I'm even if I have to lay, I'll be there.
Okay. Did you ever hear from the doctor that administered your butt procedure?
No.
Okay, because here's the thing. You don't have to tell on a doctor that administer your butt procedure because all you have to, the hospital will take. If a doctor did something wrong, it's not on you as the patient to report it. That's in your medical record. So it wasn't a doctor. Like let's tell the truth. It's not even, that's up to the medical board. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Let's continue. But anywho, that's all I got on K. Michelle. So then they switched to the core four, right, in this scene. And I'm going to just go really, really quickly. So the core four, they met for dinner. They met for drinks to brief about Dallas. It was Angela, Phaedra, Porsha, and Drew. So Phaedra is giving the ladies a heads up, like, listen, K. Michelle has a problem with you, Drew, and you, Porsha. Now, if you think about to K. Michelle's confessional, initially she said it was Phaedra, Drew, and Porsha that were plotting on her. The more I watch this show, the plot is K. Michelle, Shamia, and Kelli. I always say this: you perceive the world as you are. When you stay plotting, you think everybody else is plotting. So Phaedra is just saying, and let me just say this, bravo. I think was Angela there? It was Angela, Porsha, Phaedra, and Drew. Yeah, 4. That was a good mix. The core 4. In that moment, I kind of understood. You need a villain. Because if we just put everybody that likes each other, eventually the group is going to turn against each other, right? So considering that, we can't have, now I get it. I said, oh, crap. So we can't have everything our way as the audience. You can't have Angela, Phaedra, Porsha, Drew, Kenya, and everybody that gets along. You got to throw in, I was like, oh my God, I get it now. You got to throw in 1 or 2 because otherwise it's going to be cannibalism and the ones that like each other will start to cannibalize each other. It's tough. So I'm like, oh my God, okay, I kind of get a little bit of how television works. But anywho, thank you, Jenny from the block, for the $5 super chat. Listen, she says, keep cooking, Queen. The reunion is going to be interesting. Oh, they're going to light it up. And I got a funny feeling and a sneaky suspicion that 50 Cent is going to come out and play because Shamia has low-key been trying to come for Cynthia Bailey. Don't do it, Miss Seeley. Don't do it, Miss Seeley. So Porsha, let me tell you what I really liked, Bravo. Good TV is good TV. And I don't like to see everybody's mama on TV. I don't. Mama Joyce, Mama Joyce too mean. But child, Porsha, Lauren, and Mama Diane had a scene, and I cannot lie. I got to tell y'all the truth. I love seeing me some Mama Diane on that screen. Mama Diane is a beautiful woman, and that lady just knows how to move in front and operate and navigate around a camera. I like Mama Diane. Mama Diane is the one that sold Porsha the game and taught Porsha the game. So Bravo, I need to see a little bit more, not too much, but just a little bit more of scenes with Porsha and Mama Diane. You remember? Mama Diane is the one that told Porsha, don't trust the dog that bring the bone. Hold on. She did. She said, don't trust the dog that brings the bone. Mama Diane was trying to tell us something a year or 2 ago about Shamia before we saw it. Mama Diane, I like you, girl. I like what you done. I like what you did. Period. So anyhow, Mama Diane left the conversation to go check on Pilar and Lauren's starter. And come to find out, while Mama Diane was gone, Porsha starts talking to her sister, Lauren. Porsha lets Lauren know that she's ghosted Mike. That's the guy, that had been showing up for the past couple of episodes. She ghosted Mike for 3 days. She hadn't called him. She hadn't. I just like Porsha knows her part in these streets. Porsha ghosted his ass. Listen, put him in a chokehold emotionally. He sent the mariachi band over there. He sent a mariachi band to her house to plead his case for him. And while the mariachi band was outside, listen, Porsha, girl, you cold. While the mariachi band was outside, Dennis pulls up. Dennis popped up out of nowhere. Porsha said, Dennis ain't never popped up. So Porsha got two niggas, one in the form of a mariachi band. Dennis pops up. Wait, y'all, this was good. And then she has Sway in the background, a stud in the background talking about what we doing. Hold on. Sway is pressing her about what's up. Are you dating other people? I want you bad, girl. Porsha, I like how you're moving. I like the fact that you dropped Mike. Leave his ass where you found him. Mike ain't shit. He ain't never been shit since Ready to Love. And Mike, I'm sorry. I don't like the way you did that lady named Shay. Mike is interested in renting a womb. What do you mean? Just hire somebody to be your surrogate, sir. Pay $40,000. Pay $40 to $50K, you'll get a baby. But what he wants to do, based on his history and Ready to Love, is he wants to have sex with a woman that's willing, impregnate you, and have you give him a baby without any emotional connection to you as a woman, just because he wants a child. Hire a fucking surrogate. If you got it like that, put something on it. Put something on it. And you'll get your baby. I'm so glad Porsha said no. Because he did that to that other lady. He just wants a woman to push out a baby for him. He's a loser to me. That's loser activity. But anyway, Lauren said, but Sway wants a baby. And Porsha said, and she can carry her baby. Oh, Porsha, that was good. Porsha said, and she can carry her baby. Shit, the brat did it. She can carry her own baby if she wants a baby. And I said, Porsha, girl, you are hilarious. You good. And if Mike want a baby, let him carry his own baby. Carry it financially or carry it emotionally. But ain't no woman finna sit back and have no damn baby for you because you 6'5" with a bald head and they call you Mike. If you don't get your ass off this television screen, you too old for that. I want to talk. Can I go there? Or can I go there? We finna talk about Shamia. Watch this. Y'all gonna start listening to me. Shamia, girl, you are in trouble. And when I say you are in trouble, you are in trouble, trouble. Listen, let me tell you something about Queen Sheba. I may be early, but I'm rarely wrong. Take a look at this. This was Shamia this past week on a trip in Thailand with Candy Burris.
What? Don't stop now, bitch. Don't stop now. You split on the show. Keep putting it on. I'm here for the show. Woo! Hey! 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 What? Don't stop now, bitch. Don't.
Hold on. Shamia got them clappers out. Y'all should read the comments. They say, Candy, old bull dyking ass. Somebody, I'm here for the show. Listen, watch this. This is a whole married woman. Watch this. It gets more interesting. Let's take a look. Watch this. She's gonna bust it wide open. Here we go. Hey. Now, why? Hold on. Wait a minute now. Hold on. We might have to go to commercial. We may have to, I was like, whoa. Whoa, hold on.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brett.
Shamia, I said, girl, you're in trouble. You out of order. You out of line as a married woman, and not just any old married woman. Girl, you are married to an HVAC specialist, a man that has worked his way from the bottom up, a man that deserves a wife that knows how to carry herself. Fuck having fun. When you reach that level of pedigree and you reach that level of success and money, and you snag a man like that, F being liberal. You are obligated to carry yourself a particular way. Somebody please answer to me, and I ain't never did this at any time in my life. Why is a woman performing like this for another woman? Why? What, y'all? What? Listen. You can't normalize this to me. Now we go out and we have a good time. Why is a woman putting on a full show for another woman like this? I don't care. I'm not that damn traditional to know what's right and what's wrong. We might dance and da-da-da-da-da-da. Shamia was the star of the show. That is off. It's almost better if it would have been a group of men that she did it for. Right? I told y'all last season. I said something's off in this marriage. Because we're about to walk into the scene of Shamia at the surrogate office. I believe Gerald, Shamia's husband, has had enough of this girl's antics. Shamia, I believe you like the idea of marriage. I believe you like the idea of having a husband on paper. Shamia's not a wife. Follow me. What you mean? She married. She not a wife, though. And typically, I get on the men. I stay on these niggas over here. I curse them out over here. I hold them account. I be like, yeah, but he may be married, but he ain't a husband. For the first time, fact check me. I said, I'm saying that a woman is not a wife. Shamia is for the streets. She likes the idea of being married. Shamia, if you reverse, you know how y'all say these niggas will stay embarrassing you? This woman stays embarrassing this man anytime she can. No self-regulation, no class, no sophistication. Now, I can see if she was married to a doughboy. I could even see if she was married to an NFL player. I could even see if she was married to a rapper. Go ahead, bust it wide open, shake it, twerk it, show them what you're working with. All that good stuff. Girl, you are married to a conservative African millionaire. What are you doing? She's not a wife to me. And I'm not attacking you, shit. It's party in the chat. We're going to call a thing a thing. And yeah, we're just going to call it a thing. This lady has pissed this man off, I believe. And I believe Gerald has officially left. I told y'all, I said Gerald has checked out of the marriage. Why you say that? I'm about to break it down. Gerald has checked out of the marriage. I'm not celebrating this for her. Damn. Don't compromise your marriage. But I think it's too late. I think he's gone. I think he don't even care about having a son anymore. I don't. I think Gerald has officially left, or he has given her an ultimatum. Follow me very closely. Because she meets with Kelli in what appears to be a doctor's office or some type of office, right? And as soon as Kelli comes in, Shamia breaks down. Shamia breaks down on the camera with Kelli, can barely control herself, can barely contain her emotions, her tears, the floodgates. And immediately, listen, I'm a married woman. I know what's up. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. Well, what's going on, Queen Sheba? I'll tell you exactly what's going on. What this told me in this moment, I said, you just got in a big ass fight with your husband. You just got in a big fight with your husband. And whatever happened, you still have to show up to film. And your husband's not playing with you. Whatever he said, whatever y'all did, he has driven you to tears. He's not playing. So she tells Kelli, we got one male embryo left. So then they did a B-roll. See, let me tell you something about the cameramen in production. They already know if the marriage is on the rocks. They just can't tell us. The only thing that production can do or that the cameraman can do is tell you by way of a visual story, what they're aiming the camera at, when they're inserting the B-rolls. It's up for us to catch on. So in that moment, they inserted a B-roll, and it goes all the way back to Shamea in a closet. Watch this. In a closet. Follow me. I told y'all, I said, she's done. In a closet with a gay guy. Why is that important? That's an African man. He don't want no man in his house, gay or straight. Period. Especially gay. If you understand Jamaicans, Africans, or whatever, even if they are, they just don't. It's just, they don't want to lose face in their tribes and in their culture. You got a gay Black man in your house, in the intimate part of your room, in your closet around his daughters. He doesn't like it. He can't say it because he has to be politically correct. He works in airports, but he can't say it, but you can see it all over his face, right? That's the first thing in the B-roll. The second thing in the B-roll, she says, well, what happens is if the transfer doesn't take? And in that moment, he says, we'll cross that road when we get to it. When a man or a woman tells you, or a teacher or your boss says, we'll cross that road when we get to it, they already have the answer. You're out of here. The hell you mean? There is no option outside of that. You better make it happen, because otherwise that's a different conversation. We will cross that road when we get to it. I think you've crossed that road, Shamea. I knew it because I hone in on the psychological and the African traits and the behavioral traits of the African experience. Let me just say that. I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the African experience. Listen, your husband is gone mentally and emotionally. And not because I don't think that he never loved her. It ain't got shit to do with him wanting to be on the show. Because a man cannot want to be on the show and still be 10 toes down for his wife and cheer her on and say, go. I don't want to be on camera. You have crossed the line. You've disrespected this man. You've almost snatched his honor as a working man and a working professional. I would not be shocked to find out that Shamea and Gerald either at odds or they've separated secretly and quietly, but still live in the same house. Let me say this. Shamea, you're in trouble. Gerald is can I just tell the truth? I think it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap. I don't think Gerald is open to, how do I say this, exploring any alternatives. I don't think Gerald is interested in adopting anybody else's child. That's not an American man. That's an African man. He's not going to adopt somebody's child and feel proud. He's a traditional, full-blooded African man. He wants his own child. He wants his own son. He's not hearing anything outside of his bloodline, his legacy, his lineage. And the crazy part about it is, I don't think Shamea wants a third child. I think she's pretending. I don't think Shamea wants to. Everything she's doing is opposite of, I want another child. I want to please my husband. Your body is snatched to the core. We know you don't want to carry, right? We know you have no plans of getting pregnant, or you're probably no longer, it makes me think you're no longer sleeping with your husband. 2, you're always gone. Why the fuck? It's her birthday too. It's Shamea's birthday too, right? If there was a happy marriage, she has children, she has a husband, why would you leave to go celebrate with Candy? I can't. What? Listen, y'all better use some common sense. It's your birthday. Gerald, why would you leave your doting husband to go on an all-girls trip with mostly single women? I'm not saying married women can't, but you have to make sure your husband doesn't have anything planned. I'm telling you, this marriage is cooked. Why? Because Gerald didn't have shit planned. He didn't have anything planned. Gerald is done. He didn't have anything planned for this girl. Oh, it's done. It's cooked. You better pick up the writing on the wall. American boy and say, shorty swinging my way. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? Shamia's outside. He didn't plan anything. Typically, a man will be like, hold on, you going where is your birthday? I got dinner. Even if it's not a lot. Because, once you start being married for a while, you don't need all the shits and the glitter, the glam. You're going to go to dinner. The money is there. So there's nothing to prove. Or we're going to get a chef and get a room. Or no, your mom took the kids or your sister took the kids and you went off to party. Harold says it's wild the lengths some women will go to bring children into this world, literally putting their bodies at risk just to give a man a junior to carry his legacy. Is that good or bad, Harold, in your opinion? She don't want it. I don't think she's interested in it. I think she underestimated her husband. I think she underestimated his quiet demeanor. I think he's a man of not so many words. And I think it's cultural, specific to his tribe, his Canadian tribe. He's from Kenya. And not because he's weak. When you're really dealing with a masculine man, they don't talk a lot. They're very mild-mannered. And I think in the Western culture, we've gotten used to a lot of bravado, a lot of niggas that talk a lot. Too much, too reactive. But you better watch one that's real conservative. He don't say a lot. He asks you once or twice for what he wants. A man that's a multi-millionaire in the HVAC world that can make big decisions for big corporation and knows how to make billions of dollars will leave you at the drop of a dime. His leadership is not to be tested. His authority is not to be tested. He's successful for a reason. People like him for a reason. Your husband is successful because people feel safe with him. That tells me he's not a tyrant. That tells me he's safe in doing business. People trust him in their systems. People trust him with the architecture. People trust him with their money. People trust him to deliver. That means he's a man of his word. If your husband asks you for a son and you say, what if I can't give you one? And he says, we will cross that road when we come to it. Trust and believe he's going to deliver on that like he does in every boardroom and every meeting. I think you have just fucked around and found out. And I think that is why, Shamia, oh Shemai, that you are crying in this scene. Because I think you just realize your husband is not to be fucked with. That's it. That's all. Lady Ro takes vacation. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You said, I wonder if the male child is a condition of their prenup. Listen, that's a very interesting question. Do they have a prenup? Do y'all remember if they said they have one? That's a very interesting question. That's number one. Watch this though. Let me say this. I want to piggyback off of your comment. Kelli is the wrong. Kelli is a thought. I don't know why you like attaching. It's nothing wrong with a married woman being friends with single women. I have single women friends, but I don't have thought friends. Kelli is a thought. Why would you listen to bust down Kelli? Listen to the Jezebel spirit. Kelli will fuck your husband at the drop of a dime. You better know a hoe when you see one. As a matter of fact, y'all quit playing with me. Listen.
I don't know none of these niggas. The thing is, in life, that's how it go with me. I don't know nothing about nothing. So.
Why would you tell a thought the problems you are having with your man. Kelli will sneak to your back door, figure out what airport, what flight Gerald is on, and fuck your husband. Excuse my language. We grown tonight, baby. Listen, it is party in the chat. Cheers.
Baby, what's in there wine? I feel sexy as fuck. I see why y'all like wine.
Baby, y'all better get on that wine. Listen, she sat there and told that thought. And she cried. That thought looked at her and said, he needs to understand that you have an identity and a life outside of his. Don't you dare give up acting for him. I said, this girl's about to lead you to the pits of hell. It's not about her having or needing an identity outside of him. Kelli's about to walk you outside of that marriage so she can come in through the back door. Ain't we already dealing with somebody? Who are we dealing with in current times? Kelli will walk you out of your marriage and be at the clinic tomorrow trying to give Gerald a son. You the dumbest broad to tell a single thought what's happening in your marriage. And I say, you a damn fool to sit there and listen to Kelli. Now, if Shamia was a regular woman, like you, me, and those of you that are tuned in, that's the proper advice. If Shamia were the breadwinner, that's the proper advice. That is wrong advice for this type of marriage where that man is a multi-gazillionaire. And I said, I be damned. See, Kelli has been with you on family vacations right now. You better start going back and sitting down and writing in your journal and thinking about when did your husband start acting funny with you? Was it before or when Kelli came on the scene? When did your husband start disconnecting from you, talking to you crazy on camera, rolling his eyes? Girl, you better sit down somewhere and quit taking that lady on vacation with you and your husband. You can't do what Candy do and Candy and Todd do. They have an understanding. But my question to you, Gerald didn't have no attitude last year. And last year you wasn't hanging out with Kelli. Now all of a sudden, Gerald don't want to be bothered with you no more. You may want to minimize the company that you keep. And your home girl is giving you advice to bring you further away from your husband, not to him. Because see, a woman with wisdom and knowledge would say, well, hold on, Shamia. You did a sex scene and your husband didn't like it. I think he's on point. How would you feel? That's not what Kelli said. She said, well, you have a life outside of him. Girl, that is her fucking husband. That's not no dude from the strip club. That's not a dude from the Atlanta Hawks game. That is the father of her children that wants his wife to present well. She has 2 small kids. They just went 2 episodes ago to the school and pushed a baby in a stroller. She has a special needs kid. That is a husband. That is not no BAN. And that heathen told you, don't stop being yourself. Don't stop chasing your dreams. You better make sure Kelli ain't fucking your husband right now. Because that's the advice you give to a regular schmegler, not to Shamia that signed up to be the wife of a traditional African man. So if you don't listen to anybody else, for those of you tuned in, please listen to me. Gerald has abandoned ship. Gerald is no longer, in my opinion, Gerald is no longer interested in Shamia producing a boy for him. The man is checked out. He don't need it. He don't want it. I ain't even hungry no more. I don't want it because I'm Gerald and I can get it elsewhere, whether I'm 50, 40, 45 or 60. My money is long, my paper is strong. And if you won't give it to me, and yeah, you may have the body of a 20-year-old, but your reproductive system is not that of a 20-year-old. I can find me somebody to give me a son, because at this point I've experienced love. I've experienced marriage. I've experienced sex from the best. You couldn't give me what I want. I can go out there and dearly beloved and dearly wed another one that's going to give me a son, because the son is what I'm attached to. The legacy is what I'm attached to. Gerald has abandoned ship. He's not interested in Shamia producing a boy for him. This is all you, Shamia. This is all your storyline. I think Gerald don't give a fuck anymore. I really do. And this is a very desperate move that you are witnessing in real time, conducted by Shamia. Oh, follow me very closely. I told you I was going to wind you up and let you walk. I knew that based off of the conversation that Shamia was having with Kelli. But here is where it validated my opinion for me. When the medical coordinator came in and she sat down and she asked Shamia on camera straight to her face, because remember, she's not part of the plot twist. She said, oh, Gerald's not here again? Where is Gerald? He no longer what? Attends these meetings. When a man wants a son, he is going to be there. Gerald quit coming to the doctor's appointments. He don't want a son anymore. It's a wrap, y'all. He don't give a damn no more. Shamia, is it worth it? Ain't no fucking way. You just fumbled your entire marriage. Your husband, who was a doting, loving husband, on board, has completely pulled back from anything that you're interested in giving him. Your rum company, your movies, and you wanting to give him a child. When a man starts pulling back, it's because he has decided to leave the freaking marriage. I am not wishing bad on you, but girl, you out here twerking for candy. This is not a married woman. This is a woman with a marriage on the rock. That's it. That's all. Ain't no freaking way. Shamia, do you not know how many women would want a hardworking man who got it from the mud, who built it from the ground up, who's at a position he ain't gonna bother you? He just wants to be home with a wife. He just wants to travel, do his business meeting, put big ass HVACs in airports, come home. A man that's not talking bad to his wife. A man that's not mistreating his wife that we know of. He just wants a family. A man that's going to let you film, let you go out and do your movie, let you go out and do your podcast, let you go out and audition, but you always out. You was out before you was out. And now he's responding accordingly. He's done enough. He's supported enough. And he's still not getting what he needs as a man. Let me tell you something about men. It takes more than sucking dick, excuse my language, and having sex with them to win their heart. He needs you present. Men are people just like women are people. You can't just freak your husband because he's African and think that he's a weak ass nigga. That man is done and he's tired. And Kelli, why are you promoting sex to your daughter? Why are you putting condoms in front of your 18-year-old daughter? I told you, I know a thought when I see a thought. Why are you setting the expectation that your daughter is going to have sex? And here are the condoms. Like, what am I missing? Am I that old? Am I that out of touch? Am I that outdated? Of course, we can have a conversation about sex, but I'm not going to put the weapon in your hand and tell you to pull the trigger. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. Let's talk about Sway and Porsha. That was a good ass scene. And I was like, wait, y'all like Sway like that? Y'all like Sway like that? Because, baby, when I went and I looked at the comments, all the girls, the women, was saying, ooh, she fine. She fine. I said, let me find out that all of you heterosexuals, all of you heterosexuals want a piece of Sway. So y'all are attracted to Sway? Come to find out, according to Sway, Porsha been about that life for over 10 years. She and Sway had met. They exchanged numbers. Porsha was trying to get with Sway, but Porsha put Sway on ice for 10 years. Went and got married, had a thing with Dennis, had a thing with Simon, had a child, and then swung and spun the block. So, Porsha, I got a question for you. What made you jump out on faith and bring Sway on television and decide to film a scene with her before really getting serious, because as they began to talk on this date, Sway was like, listen, what's up? And they're not serious right now. So, Porsha, knowing that you're not serious, what made you decide, you know what, let me just film with Sway. Let me film with Mike. What made you step out before deciding that you really wanted to commit to another woman and just get that scrutiny? That's the part. I mean, I'm interested, right? I want to say this to Kelli real quick before I go on about Porsha and Sway. Kelli, I think you need to fall in line. I think you need to tread lightly. And the reason why I say that is because you coming for Porsha isn't a smart move. If I didn't know any better, I'm going to say Bravo is heavily invested in Porsha. Almost like Kyle Richards, right? And when they become heavily invested with you, or heavily invested in you, you have somewhat of a say of who you can see yourself filming with or who you feel like is impeding the show. You coming for Porsha ain't the move. That is Bravo's it girl right now. Porsha is delivering right now. And when you put a glass up to, you can put your finger all day because she had her finger, but when you respond with a weapon, and they have to pry it out of your hands and you put a glass in her face in an attempt to take her down, that's not the right move. So on this date with Porsha, Sway is laying it all down on the line. And when I'm telling you, she's saying to Porsha, what's up? Do you see yourself with a woman for the rest of your life? They talk about the appropriate timing of the relationship. Sway said, I'm thinking about a year. I'll be ready. Porsha said, a year. I'm thinking 3 to 5. Sway, you better not cheat on my friend. Because they say y'all studs ain't faithful. They say y'all worse than the men. You cheat on my friend, Sway, I'm going to fight you. We going to fight. I'm just kidding. Sway, but they say them studs are worse than the men. Do we have any studs in the chat? They say y'all hoes. They say y'all the biggest hoes. You think the men are bad. They say, oh, them studs, honey. They have you locked up. They have you busting windows out the car. I'm going to say this. So I'm looking at Sway. I don't see a man in Sway. Typically, studs go all the way. You get what I'm saying? They're going to shave out the hair. They're going to get the haircut. They're going to get all of that. But when I was looking at Sway, I said, wait a minute. The girls like Sway. I'm watching. I'm in the bushes on Instagram. Oh, these women ready to give it up. So I said, Sway is a beautiful woman as a woman. And I know she presents herself as a stud, but I see a woman. That's what I see. I said, she's a pretty lady. And I know she's presenting, she got the little like fade in the front, but she has long hair. I see a woman's face. She has clear skin. She has a nice smile, pearly white teeth. And if she didn't operate the way she did sexually and she softened up and changed her hair, I could easily see Sway being in a heterosexual relationship with the man. So Sway actually has the ability to sway. If she softened up her voice and all of that. She's not like the Brat does too. And the Brat used to be with men. If you listen to the Brat said, oh yeah, she's had all kind of relationships with men sexually. So here's what I come up with, Bravo. I like Sway and Porsha on camera. They have great chemistry. This is the best chemistry I've ever seen Porsha have with the love interest. And I had to ask myself, I said, are you saying they have great chemistry because they're dating? No. It's natural. And I said, it's not lovers. It's something else. Maybe it's just a girly energy that's flowing through. Porsha, you seem to be the perfect bisexual. You seem to have the right energy with Sway. They seem to naturally gel and get along. I'm not talking about the sexual piece. It was just such a smooth scene, like good whiskey, like a good tequila, a real good scotch, or a real good vodka. I said, well, look at this. This was so easy. They're laughing. They get along well. Natural chemistry. It didn't seem like a forced scene, in my opinion. Now, I want to say this real quick and I'm going to move on. Porsha, do not get married to Sway right now. Now is not the time. Don't get married. Continue to date. That's where you've gone wrong in all of your relationships. All right, baby. It is now time to get to the good part and then I'm up out of here. I'm done after this, right? So this is the good part. Phaedra organizes a sound bath. Now, Phaedra, that was no damn sound bath. I just did a sound bath exercise in Austin. And the way them ladies showed up and showed out in them outfits, listen, and I get it. It's reality. Y'all ain't got no jogging suits y'all could wear. I could never be on reality TV because I ain't got no clothes like that. And even if I did, I ain't wearing that shit to no sound bath. Listen, we gonna have to step our game up. And when I tell you, baby, Porsha pulled up, she pulled up a good 1-2, 1-2. I like Porsha. Porsha said, I'm trying to heal something tonight, honey. That was so funny and so good. Baby, Porsha said, baby, I'm trying to heal something tonight. Y'all got to understand good TV. I laughed and laughed and laughed. Porsha had a booty all out for a wellness activity. These girls are a hot mess. Like, and I like how not Phaedra. I love how Porsha has embraced the role of a bimbo, even though she's not. Y'all completely underestimate Porsha. What she say? I'm trying to heal something tonight. Yes. That tickled me to death. But anywho, that outfit was lit. It was a good one. 1-2, 1-2. So we have Angela. They all arrive at different times, but then bravo, man, you're getting brilliant. So they had all of the halves. They had the cores to arrive. You got Angela, Phaedra, Angela, Phaedra, Porsha. Who else, y'all? Help me out. Drew. They all arrive. They're getting along great. Great chemistry, right? So then you got K. Michelle, Pinky that are riding together on their way to pick up Shamia. They get there late. Watch this. I'm going somewhere with this. Pinky and K. Michelle start off really well in the van or in the SUV or whatever. K. Michelle turns the conversation to a negative. She sets the tone to get ready for war. Not to get ready for a scene, not to get ready for a sound bath, but to disrupt the beauty and the well-being of the show. Why do you say that? It was obvious. She's setting a scene to confront or find a problem with Porsha. But before I get to that, let me say this. K. Michelle revealed in that scene that her exact thing was her butt was on fire. What that tells me is whatever was injected in her body is eating at her nerve tissue. You know, and it's sending signs when it feels like something is burning, the nerves is reacting as if something's on fire. So she said that she can't wear a swimsuit because of the disfigurement. Also, she's scheduled to have reconstructive surgery, and the doctor told her not to get into the water. And she basically has a bacterial infection in her BBL. All right. So she shares that with Pinky. And I said, that's why you mad at Porsha. Anywho, K. Michelle seems to have taken up an issue with Porsha because apparently a man called her, whom she's claiming as a public ex, to tell her that he banged Porsha. Now she mad. According to the man, Porsha didn't say nothing bad about her. K. Michelle took this and flipped it and is misrepresenting his conversation with her and his conversation with Porsha. And the man came out on a live tonight to clear the air. K. Michelle, you're a liar. You are a liar. So she harbors all of this on the ride to the sound bath to confront Porsha. Here's the problem. Let me play something. Andy asked K. Michelle a pointed question. I'm gonna go off topic for a second. And he said, listen, I didn't know this. Did y'all know this? Watch this. I went down a rabbit hole. Andy had K. Michelle on Watch What Happens Live. And he says, why are you upset about the oyster comment when you told our producers there was a rumor about you, not Porsha, not Drew. You told our producers there was a rumor about you and you didn't want to talk about it on camera. And we basically all agreed to stay away from it. Why would you bring it up in the scene out of nowhere? Let me play it for you. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Cause he came, Michelle.
Administered your.
Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. I got it. Let's go. Andy, you got to let K. Michelle go. She'll ruin your whole fucking show. This is the same woman that's running her husband's practice.
Regarding Porsha and the oyster comment, I feel like, and this was something you were so sensitive about and you didn't want broadcast, but I felt like by then saying it, you were weirdly the one that brought it on the show. Oh, it wouldn't have come up otherwise.
So this girl had background conversations with production and Bravo executives to say, listen, here's something that triggers me. I don't want it talked about. And now Andy's mad. He said basically, okay, we did our due diligence as a network and as a production team, because whatever you told us, whether it's your mental health or whatever, we adhered to it only for you to pull the rug from underneath our feet and you talk about it yourself.
But I think it would have. I think it would have come up because they were preparing to gear up for it. So for me, I feel like I'm getting ahead of this.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, go ahead and talk to me about it, because I know as soon as I make one of you all mad and there's something that you don't like, what you're going to do, you're going to pull out something that you saw me act a fool in the media about.
Regarding Porsha and the oyster comment.
She's a liar. Let me tell you why she's a liar. I can pull another clip on her saying that she was brought in through Porsha, on the show through Porsha. According, that's how Bravo wanted it to go. But she wished that she would have been brought in by Angela. And she said, Porsha can't produce me. I can't be produced. And if you go back to her Jason Lee interview with Jason Lee, she says, I switched men on Bravo right during filming. I had my husband to hide, and I came in and I switched men the day before. K. Michelle is a wild card. She loves to stay ahead of the cameras. She loves to produce moments. So Andy, get her off the show. She's going to outsmart herself. I don't mind somebody that's brilliant and it's going to give us something authentic, but she's destroying the show. She's telling Bravo, please don't talk about my vagina and that it smells. And people are saying it's because this is a mental health thing for me. Bravo has already been sued by Ep.8. Said, okay, we'll stay away from it. And it pissed him off that you brought it up after they promised you that they will stay away from it. But not only did you bring it up, you came up with this big elaborate ass lie that they were plotting. That Bravo was plotting with Drew and Porsha to bring it up anyway, after Bravo had promised you that they wouldn't. K. Michelle has to go. Because she lives for a moment. She lives for a moment. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to show you that really quick. I'm over K. Michelle mentally, physically, and emotionally. You have conjured up, Porsha can't win for losing. You got yourself ready to attack in that van. I'm glad Pinky didn't follow suit this time. I think she learned her lesson. I think Pinky was like, girl, I'm still recuperating. I feel like I was in a head-on collision with Angela. I'm not taking that bait this time. No, oh no, my brother. You gotta fight your own battles. I'm gonna sit over here with Angela and I'm gonna ask, where's the food? And that's exactly what Pinky did. She stayed in her place. She stayed in her place this time around. So, K. Michelle conjures up that Porsha slept with this man named Nosh that was on a dating show with K. Michelle. That's not your man. You married now. You're married now. Porsha said, and I believe her, that you and her were not friends during the time. She said, I'm in Atlanta. And what Porsha means by that, bitch, I live in Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta. You're the outcast. You're not from Atlanta. We're from Atlanta. You're taking up housing here to shoot this scene. Girl, listen, when I was dating him, sleeping with him, or whatever I was doing, I wasn't cool with you. You've moved on. I've moved on. You got a man. I had a man and a woman. Why would I sit you down and run it back because you on the show? We not friends. They're not real friends. You run it down to a friend, but you don't run it down to a chick that's on the show that you doing a few scenes with. No, it's not that important. You got a husband. Why would I burden you with that? I'm not with him. I don't want him. You don't want him. No conversation needs to be had. Thank you, Harolyn. Harolyn says, Queen, you should watch Sway's interview on the Morning Hustle. She said she's been in relationships with women and how business savvy and smart Porsha is. She has a mentorship business for barbers' suites. It was good. I'm sure it was. Oh, I'm sure it is. But I don't like how K. Michelle is trying to come for Porsha based on Porsha's promiscuity. Porsha is single now. And what you are doing is you're trying to play on the emotions of the audience for what Porsha did to Fallon. She was dead ass wrong for that. She was. But we've moved past that, Sweet Pea. And you're going to have to build your own storyline. If we wanted to see Fallon, we would have told Andy we wanted to see Fallon. So you're going to have to leave Fallon in the dust and get it how you get it. But you can't get it off of Porsha. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? K. Michelle is trying to conjure up and trigger us into hating Porsha again. That time has since come and gone. We've moved on. I'm over K. Michelle. Shut your ass up. We tired of your motherfucking ass. Excuse my life. Girl, I'm so tired of you. I'm so fucking tired of you. I didn't even know I could be that kind of tired. I didn't. And I'm over here cursing. I do not like K. Michelle. I never knew I didn't even like K. Michelle. K. Michelle has made me not like K. Michelle. Girl, who is you? You have triggered me in the worst ways. You play all kind of sick ass mind games. And I don't even know you. And you got me about to check myself into MHMR tomorrow. I damn near had to talk to the people.
I don't want to talk about it. you just said I'm gonna talk about it. I get angry. I don't want to.
Damn. I just got off an assessment call today. I was like, hey, how you doing? So no, I'm just kidding. But anywho. Do y'all realize what's happening? I'm sick of Drew. Not Drew. I'm sick of K. Michelle. I'm sick of Kelly. I'm sick of Shamia, the Three Stooges. Let me tell you what's happening. K. Michelle is conjuring up all these conspiracy theories about us wanting her husband and us being fans, and can't nobody go to his office because his dick is hanging to his knee. He don't wear drawers. Girl, we don't give a damn. Don't nobody want him. Even if you describe it like that, okay? Don't nobody want him. Look at what's happening. This is the third episode in a row where these girls have destroyed perfect scenes. They are late. Really late. Watch. They have to pick up Shamia. They start off as a duo. They end up as a trio. Phaedra, this was a great idea. It was beautiful. It was nice. She had a man to meet all of the women, escort the men. Nice lychee martini drinks. There was no reason for them to be that late. Meditative sound therapy in the water. Pay attention to the trend. Bravo. This is by design. Bravo. Somebody is trying to force your hand to either film them or them. Kelli walked into that lady's house. They were already in that water. If you understand anything about meditative therapy, it's very quiet. Oh, I don't want to cry. And I should have never come. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. Y'all are always trying to ruin people's scenes, their moments, and their events. There's a lot of money that goes into these things, not only for production, but also for the women that have to pay for their events, right? If you're on the verge of crying, stay your ass at home. If your life is falling apart, opt out. Don't show up and ruin another woman's event. You ruined Cynthia's event back to back to back. Now, let Phaedra have her moment. And if you can't hold it together, be gone. I'm sure Phaedra spent at least $10,000 on this. At least. Why come to an event when you're not ready to participate, when you're not ready to film? You sat outside of the pool just because. Now, we know K. Michelle had a doctor's note. She can't get in the water. She has a bacterial infection in her behind. You came just to show up on camera. And at the end of the day, all three of them created the same scene in Dallas. Listen to me. Y'all don't pay attention. They created the same scene and they forced a scene of the three of them seated at the pool. Remember, they refused to go to dinner. They refused to participate. We just saw the same thing. Shamia came up. Oh, my float is losing air. Let me get out. Let me get out. Let me get out. They got her out. She sat on the edge of the pool. Refused to film that scene. They are Bravo. You're not reading the writing. I am. They're purposely fucking up production. And they're in sync with it. I don't like all of that. You're doing the same thing you did in Dallas. And yet again, these three women have overtaken an event and disrupted an event. We've never seen this. Y'all, we ain't never seen this type of disruption. You really haven't. It's undermining the well-being of the show. It's undermining production. You're trying to force the cameras to pick you up. So I think this is Shamia. Shamia has enough history in reality television, and so does K. Michelle. They know exactly what they're doing. They're forcing the cameras to pick a star. They're forcing the cameras to compete. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a cohesive group of women that can have fights and then come back together. They are creating a divide that's very unhealthy, not only for the show, but for production. Bravo. This is like the third episode in a row. And it's kind of off-putting to production, like I keep saying, because it seems a bit forced. It seems strategic. And K. Michelle conjured up the issue with this beautiful setting. As soon as y'all sat down, you ruined Phaedra's event. She told you there's a noise ordinance. Like, as soon as she sat down, before the food could come out, think about how much you pay a caterer. Think about how much you pay a chef. Y'all, that's money wasted when people start fighting and you have to escort people out. And then she used the excuse, well, I didn't come to you early because I wasn't talking to you because what you did and how, oh, I sat down and I watched you and you accused Kelli. So what? It's reality television. The past few episodes, K. Michelle, Shamia, and Kelli have dominated the themes with negativity. It ain't even fun no more. It ain't even fun no more. We like a little drama now. But back to back to back, it's debilitating. You're mad at Porsha because a man called you to brag about being with Porsha. You're mad because you expected him to say something horrible. You mad because the people love Porsha. You mad because Bravo's invested in Porsha. Kelli needs to go. When I saw that white, did y'all see that redhead lady, that producer? Did you? Let me see if I can play it. When I saw her pry that wine glass out of Kelli's hand, I was concerned. I like a good show now. I like a good cussing out. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I like a good when Cynthia kicked Porsha and they had to pin Porsha, but there was no glass and weapons and this and this and that. That's why we had an adverse reaction to Britt Edie talking about I got a whip and a gun. We like a good old finger twirling and a neck snapping. We like all that. But when you start putting wine glasses in people's faces and a wine glass can break easily and you can just swing and cut that girl face wide open or cut her eye, cut your hand. Nah, bitch, you gotta go. I don't like all that. I don't. It's just it can happen so quickly. You said, what about Pinky? Pinky found her manners. I think Pinky found her manners this episode. I really do. I think Pinky realized, oh shit. Wait a minute. I overcommitted. I think I do. Let me see if I can find the clip. Hold on. I may not have it. And that's fine. I don't need it. Y'all saw the episode. Where do I want to go with this? Porsha doesn't owe you anything. Porsha's not your friend. You said she's not your friend. You said you wish Angela would have brought you on. You've been attacking Porsha since second episode. Second episode. Porsha ain't got to tell you shit. She don't have to bring you up to speed about who she dated. And Kelli came out of nowhere. You see, Phaedra, so basically the takeaway is that Porsha sleep with every Nigerian in Atlanta. Girl, that is very performative. And putting that, I don't like it. I don't like Kelli. I want her gone. I want Shamia gone. Go on your trips with Candy. Go have a good time with Candy. I like Candy. I think you are really good. You fit in better dancing for Candy than you have on this show all season. Am I lying? Shamia has outperformed herself hanging out with Candy than she has performing as a Real Housewife. That's all I'm saying. So, Candace Diller Bassett entered the chat and called Kelli an imp. That's all I'm saying. Let me see if anything else I have for you. Oh, I got this one. Let's see. Hold on. Let's share this one. Hold on, y'all.
I just want to get K. Michelle out of the way.
Let Porsha talk about it.
Self-sabotage at its finest. If you like Bravo, click follow. Obviously, K. Michelle was worried coming into this show. She's been wronged by friends in the past, and Shamia knew that and went straight into her ear. I think Shamia could see that K. Michelle and Porsha would be a great duo. I mean, I want them to be best friends. She saw it coming. She saw that K. Michelle had some insecurities, and she went for it. Last night on Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen asked K. Michelle where she heard all of this information from, that Porsha and Phaedra were coming for her. And she said, from Jesus. And Andy was like, Shamiges? And K. Michelle laughed. I mean, think about how sensitive K. Michelle was in the beginning of the season when Porsha was asking if she had a miscarriage and she didn't believe that Porsha wasn't coming from a good place. She's extra sensitive when it comes to Porsha. And we find out that K. Michelle and Porsha dated the same person. Apparently, that was the last person that K. Michelle dated before she got married. And Porsha didn't tell her that she was hooking up with him. We don't know how close K. Michelle and Porsha were and how serious Porsha was with this guy. Plus, K. Michelle is married. And K. Michelle was saying that this guy, her ex, called her. Why is he calling you in the first place? I don't think Porsha was necessarily hiding it. I think she just didn't think that K. Michelle would care. And Phaedra said in the confessionals that her and Porsha had a similar guy at once too. I need to know who this guy is. And at one point when they were all discussing how Porsha was with the guy that K. Michelle used to be with, Shamia looked so disappointed. And I just know by the look in her eyes, she was happy that things were working the way that she planned. And Andy asked K. Michelle why she outed the oyster situation herself. And she said that she wanted to get ahead of it, that she knew it was coming. All of this stuff is coming out from you and nobody else. I truly believe that Porsha wanted to be her friend and was coming in as a big sis, like she said, that she wanted to have another level of relationship, friendship with her, but K. Michelle can't handle that. But she said on Watch What Happens Live that she is now friends with Phaedra. And I would love to see that because I think that K. Michelle has such a good personality and would fit in so nicely with Phaedra and Porsha. And Phaedra, the whole episode at her party looking like Poison Ivy and playing those instruments was absolutely killing me. And the fact that Shamia...
Now, hold on. I think Phaedra did a good job playing her little flute.
...had the floaty with the hole in it. Please tell me that somebody did this on purpose. And I don't understand Drew and K. Michelle fighting over this guy Black. Drew saying yodel your ass out and and she said yodely hee hee. Drew saying you don't...
See, white people got good sense of humor when she say yodel. Nobody Drew.
Fit in was harsh because that's exactly how K. Michelle feels and she's making it happen. And at the end, Kelli and Porsha start to argue because Kelli said that she F's every Nigerian in Atlanta. And I don't really understand why Kelli cares what Porsha is doing. They're all obsessed with her. Do you think Porsha should have told K. Michelle? Is K. Michelle just overreacting? To me,
baby, this is the first time, I believe, in reality history that we have all, the majority, the prominent 80, when we think about a ratio, if we go 80-20, 80% have agreed. We're all standing on business that K. Michelle is the problem. Kelli is the problem. Shamia is the puppet master. Shamia set K. Michelle's ass up, told her it was the plot. Or K. Michelle, however they did it, right? It ain't no plot. Everybody has agreed that they're lying. They're making this up. And it's going horrible. And I hope, Andy, that you fire them. I don't give a damn if Shamia goes through a divorce. I don't care if she's able to get a surrogate to carry the baby. We don't care. They have to go. We got Cynthia. You can bring her back. So she'll replace one of the three amigos. At this point, Pinky kind of redeemed herself. If she continues on a positive note and get in there every now and she got to pipe down and then stand up when she needs to stand up and step down when she needs to step down. If Pinky continues to recover very quickly, we can kind of give her a year or two, right? To kind of settle in, right? Let's get Kenya back. Because Kenya can fall on either side. She could either gonna mesh with the core or she's going to be a standout and it's going to be mayhem. So Cynthia's, and then Cynthia kind of has this thing with Kenya. So we got to bring Kenya back. Once you go ahead, like, I hope you win real quick with Britt Edie or cut her a little check. I don't give about 40,000. Get her out of here so we can get Kenya back on the screen. Bring Cynthia back. And who else do we need back? If Candy will come back. Because Candy has an allegiance to Shamia. It'll be interesting to see how Candy will navigate her allegiance to Shamia regarding Porsha and how Candy would respond to Phaedra. So let's go. Bravo. Let's go. And you don't have to onboard the players that I'm speaking of because they already know how the game goes. And when I tell you that's going to be some good ass TV, that'll be a good ass television show. And then I want you, see, none of them are friends with Nene. Nene, you got to make your rights wrong. You can't be hanging out with Young Miami. Nene, you're going to have to step up to the plate and remember your age. And I need you to kind of get in touch with some of the housewives and start going to brunch, because then I know you're not going to bring Nene back. I think it's a no. Nene's not coming back based on Andy. But here's what we can do. We can have one of them shoot an off scene, like an off scene with Nene, kind of going to Nene for advice as a friend regarding what they're going through. That'll be good. That's all I got, y'all, tonight. For the Real Housewives, is party in the chat. That's it. That's all. I'm not going to hold y'all. What do you think so far? Did I nail it? Did I cover all points? Do you have any question? No, it's not what it used to be. The girls are not up to par. These girls are not quality. These girls are not, it's not a good fit at all. At all. They're pretending to be something that they're not. That's all I got. Let me see what else we got. Marlo doesn't have Marlo's too hateful. See, Marlo's too hateful. We all wanted Marlo, and then she went low, 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 low. We're getting rid of the low. We want the housewives. We want the shade. We want the tea. We want the reads. But Marlo, see, some of them go and they can't come back up from ground zero. They stay on ground zero. No, you can't take us to ground zero and stay there. You got to be able to recover. And that's the problem that K. Michelle and Shamia and Kelli is having. They don't understand how this side of reality works. You got to duke it out, have a good time, curse each other out, and recover really quickly to keep your job and to keep your check. And K. Michelle say, you bitches are fake. You bitches take each other to hell. Girl, do you want a job or not? Because these white folks expect us to fight and duke it out and be able to love and kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. That's the rules. Thank you, Mary. Mary Willis said, Queen, you hit it out the park. So Marlo doesn't know how to. We need some healthy black women, but some bitches that are with the shit. If you poke them. We need Kenya. You got to bring Kenya back. See, Bravo, now you're picking based on aesthetics and packages. Oh, look at her. Oh, she looks great. Oh, my God, she's beautiful. She's drop dead gorgeous. Nah, that's not how black people measure our shows. Baby, you got to be able to read down. You got to be able to keep your composure like Drew did. K. Michelle called Drew all kind of bitches and hoes. And Drew say, yodel your ass up out of here. I didn't even think Drew had it in her. Drew said, bitch, yodel your ass up out of here. And kept her voice very calm, her inside voice, her library voice, as if said, excuse me. I was wondering if you still have the book, The Call of the Wild. Yodel your ass up out of here. And the girl said, she said, yodel yoo-hoo. See, Drew is good. Drew knows when it's. Drew doesn't have main character energy. She's not competing to be the star because she's an actress. We need girls that got things going on outside of the show. If you go back 2 episodes ago, Pinky and Kelli sat in the pool house on that trip at Dallas, and they swore the other ladies didn't have shit going on. That was a lie. You don't have anything going on, which is why you're competing in the fast lane to be the star of the show. They actually do have things going on. Drew is an actress. She's a singer. May not be at the top of the billboards, but she got a lot of shit going on. Porsha has a lot going on. She's dating. She's outside. She filmed The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Porsha, look. Cynthia has a lot going on outside of the show. Phaedra has a lot going on outside of the show. Love it or like it, she's burying dead bodies, right? They have a life outside the show. Maybe not highly publicized, but they got a lot. They're booked and busy. They're having to leave scenes early because they got to go to their next gig. Kelli, Shamia, K. Michelle, not necessarily. Not necessarily. You say you do. But that's not what it's giving. That's all I'm saying. I don't bring nobody. I don't want to see nobody I've seen. I don't want to see Quad. I don't. Quad, I don't want to see Quad. Listen, don't do that. Now, I'll quit watching. I do not want to see Quad. We don't need that type of energy. That's unrefined energy. We have to keep the energy refined. We have to keep it refined. Hell, we just got Porsha on board after 10 years. Porsha was dragging Kenya and pulling hair and all of that. We just got her ass up to par. I don't want no Miss Quad. I don't want none of that yelling, and I don't want none of that. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want bread. You want bread? Hell no. No. Bravo, I think you had what you had. But Andy said it's a hard no on Nene, pretty much. So you gotta have Kenya. Kenya Moore can read her ass off. She can read. She would have tore K Michelle up for filth. She would have read Kelly down. You said let the people tell her she's selling out arenas. I ain't seen it. Have you, Harold? I haven't seen it. And y'all, we know how to speak over here. We're having a good time. When I say I ain't seen it, we're having a really good time. I don't want to see Tamika. Hell no. No. Now, we done already let Pinky sneak through the back door. No. I don't want to see Tamika from Escape. We're raising the bar. I love Tamika from Escape, but no. Y'all, think about Housewives. Come on, y'all. Quit playing with me. No. Why? No. I love Tamika from Escape. But think about, we're not going to do this. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do this with you, Aquarius. No. Absolutely not. Tamika, I love Tamika from Escape. I think she's a nice lady. No. Come on now. I ought to block you for the rest of the night. I ought to put your ass in time. I don't want to see Deshaun Snow. She boring, Vonda. She's boring. They got rid of her she's boring. It was like watching paint dry. No. Thank you, Vanessa. You said aim higher, sisters. Come on, y'all. They got to be snatched. Snatched to the gods. Sheree, I would even take Sheree. Bring Sheree back. Shit. Because Sheree can read for filth. When Drew said you old and cold. Old and cold. Yes. These young girls can't hang with the aunties. No, Garcelle cannot. Okay, see, I'm about to start blocking. I'm about to start blocking in 5, 4, 3. Why would you say Garcelle? She couldn't even fucking handle Sutton, a southern white woman. She let a white woman make her. Bye. Let me get off. I'm finna go. See, now y'all trying to play in my damn face. I'm not gonna do this tonight with them. I'm not gonna do it. This girl said Garcelle. Girl, go to bed. I don't want to. Why y'all keep going to the crawfish shack? Toya Johnson. No. I don't want nobody that was on a boat with Candy. I don't want Mariah Huck. No. Real Housewives of Atlanta is think about Real of the Beverly Hills. You got to pick the best of the best. Y'all going to the crawfish shack? Let's get Toya. I like Toya. I love Toya. Beautiful girl, stunning, but not for the Real Housewives. Girl, get up out of here. Her husband just caught up on his child support. See, now y'all finna piss me off tonight.
I don't know none of these niggas. The thing is, in life, that's how it go with me. I don't know nothing about nothing. So.
No, I don't want to see Jamal's Bryant's wives. No, I don't want no preacher wives. I don't want none of them. No. 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 Y'all gonna have to, we gonna have to have an executive meeting. Who? I want to see Carrie on there. Carrie Bryant. Hell no. No. Vivica Fox. See, time her out. Time Chuck out. I'm just kidding. I like Toya too, but not for the show. Sookie. See, I'm finna go. See, now y'all. I'm finna go. Oh, this is crazy. I want to see somebody with a husband or somebody legacy. That's it. It's called the Real Housewives. Eva is a possible. Who said Eva? Let's move Eva. So we got a possible. You know, when you play spades, you say, how many you got? I got 3 in a possible. Let's put Eva in possible. Okay, we're going to have a main deck and we're going to have a possible. Kenya is a main deck. Hell no. Latoya Luckett, no. 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 Why y'all keep saying Tiny? No. Tiny just as ghetto as All Outdoors. No. Higher echelon. Come on, y'all. We're not looking for pineapple waves and a finger roll. Why y'all keep giving me pineapple waves, crawfish, and a finger roll? Y'all keep giving me Black and Milds. I'm asking you for a Cuban cigar. And y'all keep saying, I got a Black and Mild. I got a Swisher. I don't want no Swisher Sweet. Who can we come back? Who can we come with? Okay. Kenya is one book. Eva is a possible. Who else we got? Girl, bye. This girl said Remy Ma. See, I'm going to put her in timeout. See, put her in timeout. Why are you saying Remy Ma? Who done went to jail for stabbing somebody or shooting? See, I'm finna go. I'm done. I'm done. Shamari is a possible. She was drunk the whole first season. So no, she will be a force. I mean, I put her on the short list. If we can't find anybody else, fucking call Shamari. Y'all, I'm really disappointed. I am so disappointed at all of you that are tuned in. Girl, Kevin, see, now you want to put Tammy Rock. See, I'm gonna go. I'm done. Kevin talking about Tammy. See, no. We need a wife. I'm finna end my live. I'm done. He said EJ Johnson. EJ said he looked better in the skirts than the girls. I'm done. I'm done. I can't. I don't say Faith Cokehead Evans. Oh, the pickings are. I don't want to see no damn Malaysia. See, now y'all trying to be funny. Rashida, put it on and make I want to marry me. I'm done. Let me get off of here. Because y'all going to piss me the hell off tonight. No, it ain't even me. I'm not even that type of material. I don't even got them kind of heels that they be wearing. All them wigs, no. I'm claustrophobic. I can't even put on a wig. So, no. But I know it when I see it. Latasha Scott, see, you need your ass whooped. See, I'm finna go. Some bullshit when you want to be. I'm a quit party. If this how y'all gonna act, I ain't doing party in the chat no more. I'm not doing it. Oh, this might be a good one. That's a possible. Finally, somebody with some sense. Let's put her in possible. Marjorie Harvey, because she's a bitch. Can she read? Is she gonna be snooty? Is she gonna come in? How nimble is she? Jack be nimble. Jack be quick. Can Marjorie jump over a candlestick? That's a possible. So we got Eva as a possible. We got Marjorie Harvey as a possible. The thing about people like Marjorie Harvey, if I'm production, right? She's married to Steve Harvey. She may not want to work. What that mean? She may come in. She makes enough money. I mean, you coming in like that. She may not. She may feel like it's below her. So that would be a possible. I'm not sure. Who else do we got? Hell no. Tory Hart. No. Who else y'all talking about? No. We don't want no hood rich. Why y'all keep talking about hood rich? I don't want nobody that wear Air Force Ones. I don't. I'm gonna go. Not Ludacris's wife. No, she not strong enough. She not strong enough. Why you say she? Because she was a doctor and she stopped being a doctor when she got with him. She not strong enough. Anytime you can let a nigga pull you off of your career. I don't want Lisa Ray. She's too. Have you ever heard of somebody that's too qualified? When you say I didn't get the job, why they hire that person? I know I'm smarter. She's too qualified. She be trying to run shit. But if she's almost a good Evelyn. See, bye. See, now you're gonna piss me off. Ben Tankred's wife. I'm not gonna read no more Brad and Judy. Girl. Bye. We talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Why y'all want to make this the juke joint? Why y'all want to bring the show to a different? Hell no, not Tamika Foster. No. Nope. No. Y'all ain't got no women that got a man. Why y'all keep putting out? It's called the Real Housewives. What part of the show do you not understand? The Real Housewives. Who's married on this show? K. Michelle and who else? Pinky. That's it. Don't bring me another single woman. The Real Housewives. I don't want to see no damn Brad and Judy. The Real House. There you go. I knew you would get it. Florida Evans. There we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Walona. Thelma. See, now we're getting there. Walona. Thelma D. From What's Happening. You get what I'm saying? Follow me. Shit, I would take Giselle as a crossover if she had a man. Giselle would get with him. It would see Giselle. Then we would see what Giselle is really made of. You get what I'm saying? That's the only crossover I would accept. Giselle Bryant. She got the look. She got the money. She got the pizzazz. She got the shade. She got the heart. We don't know how savvy Giselle is. I would throw her in with the house. Coco, hell no. From SUV. Nope. No. Shantae Moore. Mm-mm. But almost. But mm-mm. Let me see. Who is Brooke? Hell no. From basketball, Takara, no. Didn't I say don't bring me no more single women? Daryl to my child. Somebody say Big Shirley. Big Shirley. There you go. Somebody say Big Shirley for What's Happening. No, LaToya Lucky. Not okay. Let's see who else we got. Bravo does not know how to pick them. And this is a good production. This is how meetings are supposed to go. Well, you keep saying no to everybody, right? You got to find that diamond in the rough. You got to go. Who is it? I don't know. Keep searching. Keep searching. Keep searching. Keep searching. Who is it? I don't know. It ain't Kelly. It ain't Shamia. It ain't K. Michelle. It could be a regular woman that we don't even know yet. Who is it? I don't know. But it ain't nobody y'all talking about. We have two possibles. Eva and Marjorie. Nah, she too timid. She let her husband kiss what's her name? She let her husband kissed Nicole Murphy and got back with him. She was supposed to whoop Nicole's ass. No. Hell no. Hell no. Her husband is disruptive. He wants to be the star of the show so bad. Hell no. Nope. Not Dr. Heavenly. Thank you. The traditional, we the only ones that don't have it. We the only ones, I'm sad to say it, that don't have it. We're majority of us. Kelly, cause see, now you want to play it. No. Did she disappear for months at a time? No. Okay, Megan Good, she too timid. Jonathan would tell her what to do. She too busy. I like Megan Good. I think she's sexy. I think she's fine. I think she's young. She's savvy, but she's a pick-me. And if Jonathan tell her to quiet down, she'll quiet down. See, Megan Good is cool, but she'll give her man too much authority of how she shows up on screen. And she's an actress. I don't want to see her act. Tamar will be good if she had a man. Tamar will be a strong contender. If she had a man, but she don't have a man. I would love to see Tamar. Stop saying Raina Taylor. No. Her husband overwhelms her presence. He does too much. He's way too much. Somebody talking about Connie Chung and Mari Povich. See, you finna get put in timeout. That's good. You could put Nicole on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That would be a perfect fit to put Bose in her place. We don't want to see no Nelly and Ashanti and no damn Toya Johnson. We want to see y'all say Melody? Who's? I just saw it. Hold on. I thought I saw it. As a friend of the show. And Melody's my friend. As a friend of the show. I need more wives. K. Michelle just got married. Who else y'all said is married? We got K. Michelle, Pinky, Shamia. It's too many of the new girls. I need some old heads in there that's married. They got a man that's grounded. We got, come on, black folks. We got to bring it up to, we got a Real Housewife. So I want more wives. I don't mind the single girls. We can have one or two. But see, I didn't like how Angel showed out on the Real Housewives. On Married to Medicine. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Girl, you the single girl in the group. Oh, don't be in my business. Girl, they're going to be all up in your business. They always in each other's business. Nivea, see, you finna get put in timeout. Don't come back over here next week. Talking about no damn Nivea. Gabrielle Union, she's an actress. You're not going to ever get the real side of her. Don't nobody want to see no damn Tasha K on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That might be possible. But I don't think the Real Housewives has her budget. And sometimes when you have women like Nicole Ari Parker that have gone out and really sold themselves as a well-oiled machine and a very well put together package, they too safe. Like Tootie from Facts of Life. Cookie Johnson is too safe. We don't want them too safe, but we want them sophisticated. We want one that'll come out of character. Like Drew said, bitch, Yoda your ass up out of here. That's what we're looking for. But married. You get what I'm saying? Who would that be? And y'all steady giving me single women. Mia, I said Mary. Monique. See, I'm finna go. Good night. Let me get out of here. See, now y'all want to try. Now y'all, Niecy, Somebody said Monique. Who in the hell is Miss Pat? Let me go. See, now y'all want to play with me. Let me get out of here. Good night. I'm just really talking. Listen, why when I say I'm gonna leave, y'all come with really great recommendations. As soon as I said I'm out of here, I'm done. Oh, y'all start getting your mind right and coming up with good fit. I was like, oh, that's a good one. Vonda said, bring back what's that girl name? Sonia. Sonia's good. And her husband, Ross. They just had yeah, that's a good one. Now, how come y'all wouldn't doing that before I left? But anyway, Patricia, thank you for the $5 super chat. You says, I think a lot of is from Candy and Shamia and K Michelle ear. I don't think Candy's in. I think Candy got better shit to do. I think it's Shamia. Trelane. Thank you for the 5-piece and a pepper. Trelane says she has to be able to have Whoopi. She was dating an athlete. Who? Well, she probably could have been given head or getting very creative. Or that athlete. Remember she said on Jason Lee, I know that athlete gonna expose me, but I don't care. Or she could have got injured with that athlete because she didn't tell him what was going on. I don't know. But I don't know if she's able to have Whoopi. Because if you're having Whoopi when you're not supposed to have Whoopi, I don't know. Carolina's finest. Thank you for the 5-piece and a pepper. You said Shamia and Kay could never be friends outside of the show because, as you can see, Shamia hangs with Candy, and Candy is friends with the mean girls from Love and Hip Hop. Oh, Candy ain't checking for no K Michelle. I don't think Shamia is checking for K Michelle. I don't think they talk outside the show. If the truth be told. If the truth be told, Wonderfully Wanda. If we know their name already, it's a no. They're already old news. Oh, you talking about who we could cast. Let me see if there's anything else. Rudy? I don't know about Rudy. Because she let Ed, what's his name? Take her money and build him a gym.
Wow.
Yeah, she sure did. So when you already let a man do, like I said, hold on. Let's see. Thank you, Blossom. She says another great one. Y'all got me back on here. I'm supposed to be off. All right, Brooke Valentine. Hell no. Nope. No. I don't want to see nothing from Love and Marriage, Love and Hip Hop. Taj from SUV. No. Taj ain't about that life. No. She settled in. She got a good life with Eddie. Leave her alone. Leave Taj with Eddie George. Hell no. See, now I'm finna go. Bye. I'm finna go. See, now you done pissed me off, Carolina. Talking about Stormy from Huntsville. Girl, let me keep her on Bell Collective. Wherever that is. Why y'all keep talking about Mia? Didn't I tell you no? Swaggy and Bailey. Who in the hell is Swaggy? Swaggy P? Who is Swaggy? Who is Swaggy? I'm thinking of Shaggy Doo. Let me get out of here, Miss Mary. You show, right, Mama Mary? Because they talking crazy. They high as hell. I think they've been smoking weed tonight. To my Swaggy. And who else they said? Stormy. See? Let me get out of here. And we don't want Rudy. Rudy let Ed run around. Rudy let Ed run all over her. No. Big brother Swaggy. Nope. Nope. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to just the thought of Swaggy. No. I said no Mariah Huck. I don't want her. I don't want no crossovers from Married to Medicine. Those are specific personalities. They have to stay there. There are certain personalities. Have you ever had a pillow? A throw pillow? And you said, this looks good on this couch only. It doesn't fit, but I'm glad I spent all this money. Put it right there. Keep it right there. Don't move it. That's the Married to Medicine personalities. That's the love and hip hop personalities. But then you got certain pillows. You can say, I could put it here. Oh, look at that. Oh, I could put that in my bedroom. And it's so good, right? And you say, oh my God, this is a hell of a find. I don't know. I thought I was going to use it in the living room, but shit, I could put it in my office. I could put it in that's what we're looking for. Okay. That's what we're looking for. A throw pillow where you have to really decide. You bought it for one purpose, but now that you bring it home, it fits everywhere.